Any girls in the building?
Yeah, for a brief second as I commute to my concert.
See, you
Yep.
made it.
What concert? Make it a stallion or something?
They
Boss
said
Man
make a
D-Lo.
mistake.
Who?
Huh?
Boss Man D-Lo.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I don't
Oh,
go to him. But
I
yeah.
anyway,
don't know who that is either.
well, let me. I had something real deep to present. Well, what was we talking about?
We
Lost
was
train of
talking
thought.
about Will Smith or something like that.
My bad. I missed Candy
Yeah,
Girl.
you said something about Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
No, you said the
okay,
bodyguard video.
okay. Tasha K. Bodyguard video. So Will Smith came to his bodyguard or whoever he told him to watch. So he said Will Smith was watching Dwayne Martin blowing Will Smith's back out. All right,
Well, I
allegedly.
thought it was the other way around.
No. Dwayne Martin was
I thought
blowing
they
Will
switched
Smith's back.
around.
No. Will
Yeah.
Smith was bent over, and Dwayne was banging him out when the security guard seen him. Then he stepped out, and then Will Smith
But
later
here's
on
the
in the
thing,
day,
though. Now, when you look at this
Will Smith
security
later
guard,
on in the day came to him. Listen,
uh huh.
came to him and gave him like a certain paper to sign, an NDA or some shit. And then he said something about, hey, you know what happened to that transgender guy, that Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy, that Eddie Murphy messed around with or something like that. I mean, it wasn't like that specifically, but it was just like, oh
So
wow.
is this considered hearsay? Like, if I made up a story about Don Shay and Doug was like, "Yeah," would it be true?
No, it was somebody who said something about
But
somebody.
that don't
And,
mean it's
and,
true, man.
but no,
Everybody
no,
trying to
but we
sell a
take
book,
note, but we take notes. It ain't got to be true or not, but we
but
do take notes.
everybody's trying to
I'm gonna
sell
still put
books,
that in my
though.
back
You
pocket.
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
And
still
then
put.
when you look
I'm
at
still
when you look at his bodyguard that told the story, does he or does he not look like he got some sugar in his tank?
of course he do.
Okay, then. So
Of course he do.
what benefits would it be for this homosexual man to be yep, he trying to sell a book, but what he about to do is find himself sued because he's hearsay. Ain't no proof on that. That you need a picture or something. You should have hopped over there with that phone now.
But once again, I take everything to note. I take everything. I just separate these pieces. I put them on this alleged as person, and I do that with the next person. I'm like, okay. So what I do not do now is really even listen to bullshit like R. Kelly or just music in general. I be listening to self help books. You know my damn job. I listen to shit like Bill.
All right, so let's get into this question that's up here pinned to the top. What's the
Okay,
biggest rule in a relationship?
the
Like,
What?
biggest
what's a rule
rule:
that you can't break?
The biggest rule.
respect and loyalty.
Like, you got to give a explanation.
Example.
Loyalty.
Like,
I, I,
give like
Abuse?
an example of if you do this, it's over.
Abuse.
As just say, and you can't say
well, yeah.
cheating, and you can't say cheating,
Abuse.
abuse. I got you.
Mental counts, mental and physical abuse.
Verbal,
Yep.
sexual
Verbal.
deprivation,
I would say the biggest
Selfish.
thing is trust. You have to
Selfish
have
love.
trust.
Selfish love.
You gotta have that trust.
I was talking to Doug earlier, and I said one of the things that I feel like is a big no no is talking to your family and your girlfriends about your relation or your homies about your relationship. You know, knowing you're gonna stay with this person.
I can see that.
Some people don't need to know certain
So
information.
now your family all mad. Every time y'all go to a barbecue or something, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna stay, you gotta keep it silent.
Just concealed environment. Just more like keeping people out your business.
You gotta
You
do
have to
that.
keep people out your business because everybody got an opinion.
Of course. But nobody ain't got to be in your business unless somebody invites that other person in your business.
Exactly like what you said. Keep people out your business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then well,
If you don't want to hear everybody's opinion, don't tell them nothing.
but once again, when women can get off brand sometimes. I mean, they do emotional shit. Like talk about the business. Guess what this nigga did? Guess what this whoop-de whoop did? And all of a sudden, your business is out there for somebody else to feel on about.
One thing I never understood is why girls would tell their friends on how if it's some good sex or not. You know what I mean? And then you don't think that your friends gonna be trying to get on behind your back.
Yeah, they generally do. I mean, not all the time, but it's usually the
I mean,
guy's
well,
fault.
females, I know for me, if I'm telling another female that, then I'm believing she's genuinely my friend and that she don't, I'm not expecting her to come behind me and do some shit like that. So, like, that's
But
why, for me.
it's usually a guy's fault in general because men are in control. We invite the scenario. If we do not present a scenario to a woman, they or to certain women, or a majority of women, they're not gonna raise their hand and be like, "Hey, I'm available, and I kind of want you to touch my pussy while while my best friend is not around in general." And so not too many, unless you got some overly grimy women, but usually a certain touch that makes a woman vulnerable or a certain feel can get a woman under submission and an easy catch, especially if they like their best friend's guy,
Well,
you
it
know.
goes back to the point that if she was never giving her information, baiting that hook for the man, it's
Bingo.
not his fault. It is not the man's fault in any of
It's,
that. Just because he
it's,
laid down
it's
some dick.
a logical man's
Just
fault.
because
Yeah,
he laid down some dick does not make it his fault if the
no,
girl
no,
go and
no.
tell her friend, and then her friend decides, I
Why is it
can't wait
not
to speak
equally
to you about
shared?
that.
Why is it
It's
just on one
always the
person?
man's fault.
It
It's
is not,
always the
man.
man's fault because we like
It ain't,
unless
man.
somebody I've been attacked
It's
before.
not though. What I'm
I've
saying
been
is, let's
attacked
say the
before.
dude don't even go for it. Let's say he don't even.
Okay,
We didn't
yeah,
even say he tried to do it.
there you go.
We just said that the friend told the friend, and now the friend is interested. How is that the guy's fault?
It's still the guy's fault if
It's
he
not. Cause what?
entertains the scenario, but it's the woman's fault as well if she raised her hand and was like, "Hey, I want you to touch my pussy."
I'm
But
not thinking you're listening.
generally,
You're not listening.
if a guy,
But you're not
all right,
listening though. I didn't say the guy is going after the friend. I said the one he has sex with told her friend about their sex, and now that friend is interested. And I didn't put anything else after that. How's that the guy's fault anywhere in that situation besides having sex with the person?
because he still has an option. What do you mean?
But
It's a
we're
lot.
not saying.
It's
But we're
he
not
still
saying he
has a
don't even
logical
know the.
option.
He
When
don't
women
even know the other
that
girl is interested yet. That's what I'm saying though. He don't even know the other girl is interested yet.
yeah.
How's that his fault?
But if she does raise his hand and he accepts the offer, of course it's his fault.
That's
No.
why it needs to be
you know?
equally shared. It shouldn't just be only on one person's fault. Like, If
No,
she
it's
came
never
at him,
one person's
he
fault.
proceeded with it. Shit, it's both of their fault. Like he ain't
Now I
sat down
see
and
what
like,
Don
no.
Shay is. What's this a word for that, man? I can't think of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really everybody's
Nah, Don
at
Shay, you
fault.
one of them dudes. I can't think of the name, but they call him right now.
I'm not gonna touch nobody who's sharing somebody with somebody unless the label is not there. I'm that person. That's that. If somebody actually next to me, and I'm like, "Hey, girl, you got a girl, you got a man," and then all of a sudden, like, "Yeah, I got a man." Okay, let me step away. I'm a person who goes into into my job, and if somebody's bad over there, and it's all of a sudden this person is sitting across from me from the table, telling me, "Yeah, I fucked her." I'm not gonna touch her. That's the person I am. I don't share. I hate sharing. It's a pet peeve of mine.
So if a woman came to you and said, "Yeah, I got a man, but I want
No,
you," you telling me that you never have and never will.
unless somebody attacks me and I was vulnerable at that particular time. Yes, when I was 18, 19,
Now you're
when I
gonna be
was
the victim.
18 and 19, I
Okay.
mean, not no more. I mean, but that was only one time. I was 18 or 19. This dude left me in the house with his girl. They went out with me. It was my brother and him. They was the oldest out the bunch. And I guess she was a couple of years older than me. And I mean, she was bad. You know, I mean, she was. I mean, she just threw herself at me. She started sucking on me and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh shit, are you okay with that? Yeah, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, shit, man, my things already there. You know, and
So if it
I,
happened these days, you ain't going. You gonna get. I gotta go. You
I'm
gonna grab your
40,
shoe, put your
man. I'm
sneaks
like
on, and run out the house.
about 43, 45,
Or you
about
gonna run out
43.
the house, man.
You said what?
Or you gonna run out the house.
Run out the house for what?
She trying to put it on you.
I'm a man. Now,
What
I
you
can
gonna
tell
do?
somebody. I can say no. I'm a whole
So what if
dude. Like we
what
can
she
run out
say?
that daggone house.
So what if
No,
she get butt?
please, don't
What if
put her
she
in a
get
place.
butt naked in front of you? Like you said, your thing was already hard before. You trying to tell me you just going? What you gonna do? You gonna cover your eyes, close your eyes?
I'm not. I don't like playing around with somebody else's
I
plaything.
know, but what do you do in this situation? Do you leave the house
No,
or do
I'm
you
just
stay
look
there
at
and
her
talk
until
to
her
her?
get her damn clothes on. I'm more matured now. You know, I mean, look, somebody flashed their damn self in front of me, and I'm attacking them when I was younger. But nowadays, I don't even find the pussy safe if your ass is doing some off brand ass shit like that. Oh, you're doing that because I'm a guy. And it's easy for guys to get vulnerable towards you. That means you did that before to the last guy and the guy beforehand. That means this girl probably possibly tainted. Nigga, I don't even trust no weird ass shit like that yet. Until all of a sudden I see a mental attraction. Now that's a vulnerability attraction. If somebody kind of is all of a sudden they did some weird ass shit and then suddenly kiss you and oh my bad, damn, I should have did that,
Now,
but I
let's say
couldn't
let's
support you.
just say you fucked up. You gone off that hen dog, all that, and she just get bucket naked. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna just wake up in the morning like I shouldn't have did that?
Said boogie nigga.
I know, I know, I already know.
Boogie
But I guess
nigga.
here's the question: if you are a stand up dude, and you do be like, nah, I ain't gonna go.
I am not
Are
bad,
you
but
gonna tell? Are you gonna
like
tell?
like like currently, this is why I
You
stay
keep the
away.
secret, or do you
This
tell?
is why I stay away from things or certain situations is because yeah, I might do like drinking, so I stay away from a certain influence that could get me to do wrong. That's why I'm so in house. I don't go out too often if I'm in a relationship.
Bro, are you gonna tell that she tried to do it?
Tell
Yeah.
if I'm gonna tell my girl's best friend that she tried to do some
No,
shit.
no, not the girl's best friend. We was talking about if it was somebody she
Yo,
said she
friend.
had a boyfriend. And it like you said, it was your homie's brother or something. Now, if these days, if somebody that you knew and that girl was trying to get at you, and you say, nah, nah, nah,
Yeah,
do
nah,
you
well,
tell
yeah, yeah, of course I'll tell. Yeah, I even told then, like
after you did it?
my brother's ex girlfriend came on to me. You know, she was downstairs, and I told him to like literally the next day. But my brother, I mean, I don't know if he believed me or not, but he wasn't budging. So meaning he was still sticking with the pussy. But
I think he
on,
thought she
on
was a dime. He said she was a model type. So
who? My brother?
yeah,
The first or the one he was married to?
So it was
I
more
don't
than
know
one.
where they was married to. I
The
know they
one he was
lived.
married to was you can put her in a model type category, but not the first one he met. If she had about 50, 50 pounds lighter, 80 pounds lighter, she probably would have been
He said 80.
about 80 pounds lighter. But she came on to me one day. I mean, she just came on to me one day, and
What she
you
say
know,
so we all can know what to avoid.
oh shit, no, they say. Well, you talking about what I see?
Well, what did she say?
Huh?
She was like, hey, why don't you come on in here?
She wanted to do that thing that we never did. You know, she was attracted to me first. My mother met her, so so my mother took her in, trying to get her off the streets type scenario,
Oh,
and introduced her to my brother. Like literally, kind of introduced her to my brother, and she was trying to give my brother some some sex. She trying to give my brother some sex. He ain't had no sex, and she gave him some sex. So
mm. He
and
fell in love.
yeah, of course he did. Yeah, it was some sex.
He said, of
The
course.
first sex. Yeah. So I'm taking it he fell in love if it lasts about 5 years. So
They had
so
kids.
no, no, hell no.
I
But he
see a
loved it.
Candy girl went to. What she say? What concert she was going to? D-Lo Road.
I miss who she said. I know
Ah,
she
she
said
said CB4.
Oh,
CB4.
CB4.
yeah, ain't no
Yeah.
CB4. She said somebody.
CB4.
I miss little
She
candy
said
girl.
CB4, man.
Miss little
Went
candy
from
girl.
the balls
That
to
was
Philly.
my home.
He said, I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all.
I'm black. He bleeding black. He's black. Because I'm black and I'm back.
I'm black and I'm black. It's sweat from a sweaty sweat from a.
Let me see if they done tried to hit me up. You can feel them. I
CB4.
got
I
your
ain't seen
text.
CB4 in a minute.
I got your text message. Yeah,
Man.
it's a whole different type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Transformation.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm so mad. Like I can't. It's probably really because I'm doing this kind of stuff on my laptop and not when I bought this laptop, it wasn't like my studio boy. This is more so business. But I just think I might have to go ahead and give me another one or figure out why I'm having this lagging issue. And it
Yeah,
could be with
this one right here is my new one. My studio laptop is right there.
I'm using Firefox and not Google Chrome. So Google Chrome might be, what I mean, faster. So
Right, yeah,
I
better.
just favor this.
Firefox, that's like a lesser internet, ain't it? I mean, a lesser browser.
Oh,
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna try it next time and see. But I just think like something going on. Maybe I got too many videos on here from my recordings. But I've been trying to delete them. 'Cause once they on YouTube, I don't need them anymore. I can just download them.
Gus Golden came back. DJ
I,
Gus
Shay,
I ain't go nowhere. Ashley did actually.
DJ
Shit,
when you cut your hair, man?
about
And you have dreads or something?
yeah, about 8, 9 months ago, some shit. It was something I was just feeling, and I just went with it.
Shit, that girl back.
I know, right? Yeah, yeah, my hair grow back. Shit. Want to do something different? Shit.
So what kind of topics you came up with, Shay?
Oh wow. Um, I had a few topics that I was just mad about, and it just like came, just really necessarily came about, man, because I'm I'm trying to be faithful and shit. So you know,
You
that's
trying to
just
be?
I've been faithful. Shit.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no trying to be at all. But I mean, yeah, of course I'm trying to be if I'm easily vulnerable, but not really at the same time because I'm pretty much enclosed. I kind of stay away from people. Shit, hard to trust people. Not everybody, but it's hard to trust people. Y'all know that. But
Yeah.
I got plenty of
I think it's hard to trust people when you already know they ain't shit from the beginning.
bingo.
The question would be, why deal with the ones who you already know ain't shit from the beginning?
Well, probably because we know we probably wasn't shit, and we probably can. We probably older. No, no, you got a point, man. We get older and we think people who are not shit are changeable. Now, after they wasn't shit, you know, technically. I mean, think about it. You think people get worn out of bullshit, and all of a sudden, I mean, like me, I still have flashbacks on extracurricular shit I could be doing, you know. I mean, really though, man. I mean, you think about them fun times, but you think about it later on in the game. Who the fuck I'm gonna have on my shoulder if I get another hip replacement? I'm about due for another one, about 5 more years, 2 more years, one of them. But
Mm.
shit.
What's wrong with your hips? Ain't you been doing too much fucking or something?
I ain't been doing shit right this moment. Been the problem, but I had a hip replacement in my day. Yeah,
Too
y'all
young
remember
for
that?
all of that.
Huh?
You too young for all of that.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I did come with some disadvantages when I was born. I'm a sickle cell anemic, so certain scenarios that came about kind of developed a certain scenario that happened, and
Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, I know, right? So I mean, I don't talk about it really either, but yeah, I mean, you think about them topics of leaving a woman, and then all of a sudden you have nobody. I mean, generally nobody has your back no more. You know, we get to a point in age to where fuck just leaving, fuck cheating. Let's go to this counselor. Let's go to this therapist. You know, let's talk about this shit and figure this shit out before this shit hits the fans. I'm too old to be slinging my thing around. You too old to be opening your whole eye wide out towards the next motherfucker. So figure this shit out.
But
Like
sometimes counseling might not be able to fix it though, because if you, like we said earlier, if they are already the wrong person, do you think Jay? I know how you said you feel about Will Smith, which I feel a total different way. But do you think him and Jada Pickett can have counseling and that shit work out?
counseling and the uh this isn't just like you said, it's not about counseling. Yeah, I mean, no, like if it doesn't mentally work out, it doesn't mentally work out. But the I mean sometimes should I mean I question in life, should we be even loyal? Like, should we just be like, all right, our time is up. It's time to go on. Or hold on. Let's just join a polygamous relationship. You know? I mean, sometimes I I I be thinking about shit like that. Like,
So would
bro,
you be in a polygamous relationship where it's
yes
two
I
dudes and
would.
one
Yes
girl?
I would. Yes I
If
would.
it
Right
was
this moment.
two
No,
dudes and
man,
one girl.
He said, "Yes, I would. Yes, I
no.
would."
You say you know what? Hold
You
on.
already done
He
said it.
wasn't even
My
listening.
my
He said,
mind
"Yes,
is
I
on
would.
women.
Hey,
Yes, I
you
would."
But
already
my
done said
mind is
it, big
on
dog.
women. Y'all remind that. You can't just laugh at what I said
You
unless
gotta
I
listen.
said,
I
yeah.
said you wasn't listening.
Another guy, you just can't laugh at that until it's presented verbally towards my mouth. Come
You
on, man.
wasn't listening though.
It's all right. It's all right. I was listening. Yeah,
Hey,
it should
He
have been
clearly
presented
see
a
it
little
too.
better because y'all knew what I was talking about.
polygamy
I
is
didn't know what you were
polygamy.
talking about. I heard what you
Yeah,
said.
you
That's what I
did.
heard.
You a damn lie, man. I can't. I ain't inbox you like, hey, Dougie Fresh.
You better not.
Hey, what you doing?
You better
Yeah,
not.
I'm.
You better not.
Nah, Dougie Fresh. Don't call me.
What the fuck is this
You
nigga?
better not. I'm like, hey, Carson,
No,
I sent
bro.
emoji.
You know I ain't doing all that weird.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean, but you
hey,
know,
Dre. I'm
man.
like,
Y'all, y'all niggas know.
I
stunt
know,
Carlton.
right? But
No,
yeah.
but I mean,
Dre,
I'm
you
just saying
cool.
though.
So you saying for the record you wouldn't do two guys and a girl.
Nigga, why the hell would I do two guys and a girl? I
I'm
don't
just
even like sharing. We are. Let's rewind the
And you would be
conversation.
sharing her with another
If we was on
girl,
the conversation
respectfully.
55 minutes and
but
36 seconds,
he said if
but
it was a
prior to
girl though,
time
you'll be
going the
sharing it with the
conversation,
girl.
I already said I don't like sharing anyway.
All right, but you said two girls, right?
Yeah.
So what if one of the girls was a stud? You be in?
You'll be
I
sharing.
ain't talking
That's
about the pretty
good.
stud either.
You'll be sharing.
Nah, I ain't try. I mean, I'd rather be, truth be told, I'd rather be with one who does me right. But if one woman can't emotionally do me right, and I need to structure myself to balance around two, to where this life taught me, I'm mother raised, might I add. Meaning, the thing about it, I was raised to basically be with a woman in a woman's way, woman's manner, woman's way. There, and so as you're being raised to conduct yourself in that manner, man, bro, man, women are selfish. They don't want you to do shit. Basically they want you as a slave. They want you as a slave in the nigga days.
Mm.
I seen the shit. So as I was being raised and being obedient
Somebody
towards
just
these
tried to come on and they got off.
nigga shit. Oh, somebody tried to come. Who was
Somebody,
it?
I don't know. They got away.
But
Somebody,
anyway,
I just shared it again. Well, I already been on there. 'Cause I'm on my phone
I
and
didn't
on the
put it in
live.
RTR though.
oh really? Yeah, check it out.
So what's the dealio though? So you want to be married one day?
That's that's been the goal, you know.
Will you
But
marry anybody that come along or what?
you can't
How
marry
does that
anybody
work?
to come along because you just be putting up.
But how would you know it's your wife or not?
You experience, time, correction. I mean, like what currently me and Amy's are doing, like what should
You and
be,
who?
huh?
You and what?
I mean, we going to therapy, counseling. I mean, like when women so structured to deal with women. Women ain't structured, really ain't technically. Basically, women so that's why they break up so much. They ain't structured to deal with a man. Yeah, a man's man. This might be structured to deal with a man, guy with a penis, but technically, is that man a man? No. Sometimes that man ain't a man. Sometimes that man gonna put up, I mean, and like I'm I'm a structured me to mold to her, to a female. And then all of a sudden we get ran over thinking this shit's okay. And it's not. No, we need a man in our life. That's why so many women got so many baby daddies, or we got so many baby mamas. I'm like, no, of course we need a man in our damn life. We too busy trying to run run them up. And this is me without a man in my life, consciously understanding that we always needed a man in our life. Hell, sometimes
But
we did,
the type of man matters though.
huh?
The type of man matters though.
Yeah, the alpha man
Because
matters.
one day, let me tell you this story. One day, I had no dealings with city county unless it was child support or something like that.
Right.
So I was leaving child support court, and I saw this dude and his son was walking across. They was walking across the street. His son was skipping. His dad was like a hood ninja.
You okay? One of them.
He kind of chastised his son for skipping, like, don't be doing that. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm like, let that little boy be a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he is preparing him to already be a gangster. He's preparing him to already be locked up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's why I say it matters what kind of man is around that child. You know what I mean? Especially if you got pedos, you got all kind of stuff. But if you got the right kind of man, though, you know, we can talk about that. But not just any man. Sometimes it might be good that particular men aren't in the household because the child's life might not be the trajectory of the child's life will probably be on course where that man's life is went. Uh, what movie was I watching, man? Dude, he went to prison. Uh, and his son ended up in the same prison with him. I think old boy played in it. Exactly. They got killed. Old boy from out on the East Coast. What's his name? He looked like act like a young Snoop.
Nipsey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It might have been Animal 2 or something like that.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know that
But
movie.
his dad, and he ended up in the same prison with his dad. You know what I mean? And sometimes, it just depends. Just like not all women or mothers to be hard to say that, but around their children. I heard stories like women be beating up on their daughters more than they beat up on their, you know what I mean? They boys can get away with
No,
murder. Let
yeah,
them daughters do something.
yeah.
Man,
It's not condoned with when the daughters. Of course, it's double standard to a certain degree, as it should be, because women are getting entered in, compared to a guy. Hell, we ain't nothing going on with us. We just scratching the surface, And then all of a sudden they be like, oh, it's a big difference between a man cheating compared to a woman sleeping around. It's a big difference. Humongous, horrible difference. It's weird.
I ain't talking about sleeping around. I'm just saying, period. Like growing up with that person in the household. It don't matter what you do, they're gonna find somewhere to have some sex. Kids was having sex, to my understanding, at Northwest in the bathrooms. I was never one of them.
in the
I
locker
heard,
rooms.
yeah, I heard about stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, I heard seen the shit. Yeah, yeah, I've seen quite enough.
We had that place called Heaven when you go up the stairs by the stage, and then spiral stairs go up to the little attic area.
Hmm.
Look down on. They call it Heaven for some reason. Uh, so things happen there. I went up there once, but I didn't do nothing though. I think when we was up there, some other motherfuckers came up there, man. Think like I ain't gonna say nobody's name, the people would know, but they came up there. I think they went up here, like motherfucker. And I'm a yeah, so but they was getting it in then though.
I mean, but that depends on how you was raised. Like you, for example, said you was up in heaven and ain't did nothing, right? I
And
mean,
that wasn't because I was raised good. It wasn't because I was
but
raised in the church.
no,
I didn't do
it's
nothing.
not about that. It's not even about a daggone church. It's about a subconscious moral that you just think about, or a cautious moral that you think about. Just more like, hey, but what if? What if? I
Nah,
mean,
I was
you
all
had a
in.
logical sense about it. It
Nah,
wasn't
I was
no.
all in.
No, you wasn't that all in, or otherwise that would have happened. Shit,
If
yeah, I would have
hey,
had a condom on me.
bro,
I'm ready.
the other haters brung people up there where we was at. There
That's
was
nice
nothing
and all,
crack-a-lacking.
but you had a logical, conscious moral. That's a
Yeah,
man.
I
That's
could
a
have
man.
went and I could have did it in front of them.
Yeah, but that's an emotional moral. That's what
Nah,
women can do.
I
That's what
wasn't
women are
gonna
capable.
do it in front of them. But
Well,
if they
well,
did not
well.
come up there, if whoever the dude was, so I ain't gonna say his name, if he didn't bring them up there, it would have went down in heaven.
Or it was a mental conscious moral. I mean, you was thinking about things.
And I
This
was
is a thought
17
process.
years old,
That
16, 17, bro. There was
17,
no
16,
moralistic.
17, that was a thought process that presented to you that you didn't want to embarrass this girl in front of these motherfuckers that are gonna think she's a hoe, and you didn't want to be like, damn. You didn't want to disturb yourself by hearing, hey, my nigga just fucked such and such. No,
I
these,
didn't give
these
a
are
fuck.
these are conscious
Look,
scenarios
this why
that
I'm gonna
we
tell you why I didn't. This why I didn't give a fuck because there was already three other couple. It was three couples up there,
right.
so the shit was gonna get out anyway. But when people who didn't have nothing to do with it brung other people up there, like it was a wrap.
Well, you keep on saying that, but you had a moral that brought you to it's a wrap.
Yeah, because I
Like
could have said, "Come
regardless
on,
of it,
let's
like
go in the band locker room." Nah,
nah,
it was
nah.
a wrap.
Yeah, but I
I ain't
mean,
hear nothing about the band locker room, but I heard a lot about the football locker room.
Yeah, some stuff happened in the band locker room, but that's on the other side of the rainbow, and we ain't talking about none of that. Because I was disappointed when I heard those things.
I I want to tell none of them people too much. I can't lie. My morals was I had a high moral rate, so I was big on not touching people at my specific locations. So, I was horribly conscious about a lot of things at that age because of my mother. Actually,
So
shit. I
speaking of
mean,
that age, if you could go back and change anything in your life, what would it be?
being promiscuous, being more promiscuous. I should have been way more promiscuous than I
You say
was.
you should have been more promiscuous.
Way more promiscuous. Way more. Overly. I should have been a whole whore. Shit, and at that age, I could still count on one hand how many people I've been with between like 16 and 25. I used to be able to count on down there one hand until 30. Until my 30 prime, it was a little bit different thing.
But then, shit, when you hit 30s, did you hit light speed or what? What happened?
It just felt like it was more extreme. Like in my 30s, everything came to me more extreme.
Did you catch up then?
Yeah, I did. I yeah, caught up in a decent manner. In my 20s and 30s, like my middle 20s to my middle 30s, that's when I caught up, and that's when I realized what area I need to be in life type shit.
So, Doug, what do you say, man? What would be your thing?
I would have been more outgoing. I was too shy in high school. I ain't want to. I ain't get out there. 'Cause I still felt like I was recovering from cancer and stuff like that, and healing and stuff. So I was shy, and I was trying to make it through high school because I felt like I felt like people didn't like me that much. So, but everybody knew me, but I was kind of, I don't want to say shy, but I would change. I would probably would have got out there more, would have talked to people more. But like I said, me coming from having brain surgery and cancer right before high school started, I probably would have been like I used to be out there more, would have been involved more, would have talked to people more. But I was just a little shy and in my ways and just trying to make it through high school because I was going through a lot at that time. So things I would change, I would would have been more confident and a lot of people knew me and I knew a lot of people, but I didn't speak out and approach people like that. And I wasn't like in this group and that group. I would change that. I would talk a little more and befriend people a little more, hang out with people a little more. That's what I would change.
I got you.
Self confidence. I wasn't really confident in high school at all.
I think for me, if I could change anything, I might be the reverse of Don Shay, man. I probably wish that like in totality I was less promiscuous. Uh and then wanting to be in that hood, the hood mentality, man, was another thing for me that another thing for me that I actually didn't want. When I just look back on things like the people who I thought was heroes or any of that stuff, like nothing and nowhere now. You know what I mean? Nobody's. Just for the sake of being real with everything. Like, especially when I look at where I want to go, where I wish I could have been already, like emulating, you know what I mean, drug dealers or pants sagging and braids to the back. Like, if I was able to become the rapper, which I'm glad that uh that lifestyle was something that just I didn't get. Cause I'm looking at like it's a lot of people who were famous rappers, right? And now uh their life fucked up. I looked at one point in time, they talk about Trick Daddy's net worth, and I was looking at his net worth versus mine, and I'm talking about how much my house is worth versus what they said his net worth was. I'm like, shit, it seems like my net worth is more than Trick Daddy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So to be in a position where uh, you used to be the man and now you dead broke is something. Especially if you don't have nobody to help you and tell you where to put this money and all of that. So like I wish I would go back and take away a lot of the even though I love y'all, but I would get rid of all of that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I would put that hood stuff behind me and probably focus on books. That's where I'm at with that. I mean, there's a lot of people who went to college that's working at McDonald's or Amazon, and just because they went to college don't mean anything. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But just
I
having the
mean,
right direction behind
Yeah. I mean, I ain't that I don't think being sexual is more or less of a hood mentality. It's just more uh me trying to like trying to get the
you. No,
shit
I'm
out.
not. I'm not saying that you was on the hood mentality. I was
But
saying that for me,
yeah. Okay, I got you.
the
I got
things that
you.
I was doing was way different than what y'all was doing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I was hanging, I was hanging out with, you know what I mean? I'm gonna
Yeah.
be running with these killers and backing down. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but
I
I guess maybe I compounded what I was saying. I was also saying the hood stuff was something I wish I didn't absorb or want to emulate on top of the promiscuity.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I, you always should, as a black individual, as an urban individual, you always should want to be around that thug mentality for the experience in general. We need that. We need to adapt to
Hell no, we don't.
resources. Our
We need
resources.
we
Once
need
once
better.
again, well,
We needed better role.
let me reiterate. We got to adapt, adjust, and correct. I used to hang around with killers and be the safest person up in there because they had my back. Uh, uh, uh. I used to be in the surrounding with business guys, and they had my back. You know, and wanted to invest in me and do all this unique stuff in me. I've been, yeah, I made sure everybody in my surroundings had my back. nerds, motherfuckers, thugs, everybody, and make sure the other people are safe. Yeah, I only reason I was aware and around that, my mother didn't even want me around that, so I stayed around that, but I was still around that. Yeah, I had to sneak around to be aware of the scenario. Yeah, I shared the 40 ounce, you know, with some older thug ass niggas, you know.
But
I
where them
mean,
niggas at now?
who cares? I had experience.
And that's the
I
point.
mean, I mean that
But that's
I
the point that I. But that's the point that I was trying to make. Like I don't give a fuck
mean,
who got my back or who had my back at the time. I learned that these niggas who I thought would have my back was turning on each other, was
nah,
killing each other. At one point in particular time in history, all it would take is one thing, and hey, I need you to do this for me because dude owe me some money. Like hell nah, nigga, you do that yourself. You know
see,
what
I
I'm
want
saying?
to.
So for me, I'm saying although I liked that when I was young, and I love all my brothers, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up around. But if I could have changed that and then been put in a situation where I had other role models like, hey, if you invest in this thing called Bitcoin, if I had somebody be like, hey, do this and do that, man. Fuck smoking weed. Come on, let's do this.
Right.
And if I would been able to be the right person to say, yeah, let's go to the library. You know what I mean? But I probably wouldn't have done that, just because I was the way that I was programmed growing up. But I'm saying like if I could dictate that, I would change it. But here's the thing about changing it. The question is when you're looking back now on your life and you're seeing everywhere that you have been, what is your next step? Because you're either gonna be dead or you're gonna be 60. And the question is, if you're going to live to be 60, are you going to be still trying to work somebody's job or are you
Mm,
going to be trying to secure your future? And everything that you've been through should be the stepping ladder to something golden versus, yeah, I'm going to end up like these niggas at the outside the liquor stuff. I
well,
still never understand why these niggas hang out on the side of this liquor store all the time. Like, they ain't even the old dudes like who used to be in Harville. They ain't even the old ones that be laid out on the street, on the sidewalk. But they still be out there chilling on High School Road, you know what I mean, up at this liquor store.
yep.
I don't understand it. Like, two niggas, three niggas. Sometimes it be fat. I be like, I don't even want to get no liquor because I don't even want to hang out with these niggas up here. All it takes is one time for somebody to go over there. Hey, Dre, come on over here. I know people that be over there from high school. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That's
All it
also,
takes is
yep.
one time to go hang out, and now it's a one time will turn into a eventual two times, and now you over here chilling with these niggas.
Now, you don't never chill with no liquor store hangout. I know a few other.
I remember
I
they used to be out there in front of the 500 right there on Michigan and what's that? Michigan Street and uh
it,
White River Parkway.
it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I knew you was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, I know you met some people from that daggone from that damn high school from that daggone liquor store. Just lounge, just hanging out, swinging their feet.
They do be swinging their feet. I'm like, man, what the hell is going on over here?
He said
Why y'all
swinging.
out here chilling?
Swinging they motherfucking feet, just kicking it. I said, man, no, this motherfucker ain't on this damn concrete. Kick, swinging their feet up in the motherfucker. People just about five of them clicked up. Shit, on the
And they
corner.
all drink the same liquor, man. It's
Yeah.
a malt liquor. I can't think of the name. I ain't gonna lie. One day I bought a case for them and just took it over there and just gave it to them. They was like, didn't know who I was. They was happy, like somebody did something nice for them. I ain't gonna lie. I took one over there. I didn't hang with them though. Cause it's like, yeah, I enjoyed this Saturday. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was a.
Damn.
He probably was a crackhead, and there'd be some girls over there.
They probably sell it. They do.
I was like, here y'all go. They was like, cool, cool. Thank you, thank you. Every blue moon, I get moved to do something nice. You know what I mean? But still, like, it's about trying to figure out where you want to be in life. And I know that fucking with any of them motherfuckers over there for any amount of time means my life will go down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to go this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I got a lot of fixing to do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born with that silver spoon, but I want my children, their children, to have silver spoons. They don't have it right now, but shit, I still want to be able to leave them something.
I mean that's the focus now. Like me too. Me personally, that's my sole focus is just making sure I at least come up with a substantial empire to make sure they're okay. Make sure what was it, Roswell? like something like them, man. I mean, it will be nice.
Hey, if y'all watching, put some likes up. Put this couple people watching. Go ahead and throw some likes on this video for me.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch every show.
We just chill. But now
Carlton said his phone messed up and his laptop ain't working, so he ain't
his
gonna know
phone
nothing.
messed up, his laptop ain't working. Ah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean,